Hey, what's up? So, this morning on our Conquer call, we had a really interesting discussion about core values. And I'm sure you've worked hard on your core values. You've got them well in mind. They're posted all over your office and your shop. I'm sure that that's the case, right? If it's not, a little nugget, go to the book Traction. You don't even have to read the whole book. Hopefully, you've read it. If you haven't, at least go to chapter 3. Read all of chapter 3 in the book Traction by Gino Wickman. That is some of the best content I've ever read about developing core values, what the purpose of them is, and then also how to make them sticky. That's what I call it. And that's what we were talking about this morning. How do we make our core values sticky? What do I mean by that? Well, we really want them to be more than just words, just slogans on some pretty banner in our office, right? We want our core values to be things that we act on. From top to bottom, every single person in our organization should be thinking about those core values, and they should be sort of your normal. They're in your vocabulary as a company, and all of the actions that you take almost reflexively are based off of those core values. They're like guardrails or train tracks that kind of keep you on point, keep your company headed in the direction that matches the vision that you've laid out for your team. And so we were talking about how we make those core values sticky, take them from just slogans on a wall to things that we actually live by and act on. So a couple of ideas. These are things that I've implemented in my business, have made a huge impact, and I recommend that you try something similar to this. So every week at our team meeting, we have 2 awards that we give away, and they're both completely focused and built around our core values. The first one is called the Core Values Hot Seat. Pretty simple. We pull a name out of the hat. If your name gets called, you have to recite one of our core values, and then you have to express an experience from the past week where you witnessed that core value being executed on by one of your coworkers or maybe even by yourself. So that's the first thing we do. And then the second award that we give away is a nomination, where if you're the winner from last week, you get to nominate one of your coworkers and you give them some recognition on a way that they exemplified one of our core values in action in the previous week. And so what those 2 things do is it gets us talking about our core values all the time. Every single week, we're bringing up different core values. It's part of our conversation every single week. So that's one idea that I found really helpful. Another good idea is to develop what's called your core values speech. And that's something that chapter in Traction talks about. And this should be part of your initial onboard training, like in your orientation. You need to basically record yourself giving a short speech where you break down every one of your core values and explain what it means and how the new team member can act on those core values, what you expect from them as far as living the core value out as they're out doing work in your business. And every single person should watch that video, one of the first things they do when they join your team. So doing things like that, making your core values part of your language, your vocabulary, and doing that repetitively and all the time will make those things not just words, but things that people actually act on. And you'll start to see it. It's really cool. In my company, people will be on our Voxer channel and they'll mention one of our core values when they see one of their coworkers doing something really awesome for a customer. So it's really cool to start to see that just become intrinsic to the way your business operates. And so I really recommend that you be intentional about making your core values sticky. It's going to go a long way.